Hey guys, we want to show you something about the Cuba Revolution. Today Cuba is an island state in the Caribbean. It has a bureaucratic authoritarian system which is ruled by Raúl Castro, who's the brother of Fidel Castro. Cuba's relationship to the USA is tense because of happenings in the past. How did it come into being? In former times, many inhabitants of Cuba weren't happy about the Batista regime that reigned at the moment. The first one resisting to the regime was Fidel Castro, when he stormed a caserne together with some students on the 26th of July in 1953. But who was Fidel Castro? Fidel Castro was born on the 13th of August in 1926. He was a lawyer and the leader of Commune. After he stormed the caserne, he got arrested and sent to the court, where he gave a famous speech which motivated many people to support his revolution. He should get arrested for 15 years, but was released after 2 years. After that, he gone into exile to Mexico. What happened later? In Mexico, Fidel Castro planned a new revolution, the M-26-7. This name was chosen because the 26th of July was the day when they stormed the caserne, and the M is shorthand for movimiento, which means act. The army surrendered at Christmas in 1958, followed by a general strike. The economy broke down and the revolution won at the 8th of January in 1959. After the revolution, the USA weren't glad about the new socialistic government ruled by Fidel Castro, so they broke all trade connections. But Cuba federated with the Soviet Union, which was communistic as well. The USA tried to defeat Cuba by sending exiled Cubans to it, who should attack them, and asked the USA for help after it. The USA didn't want to attack Cuba by themselves, because by that the USA would have become the beginner of the war. If the exiled Cubans asked the USA for help, they would just be supporters. The exiled Cubans landed in the Bay of Pigs, but got defeated within 3 days before the USA could help them. This Cuba-USA conflict became a worldwide conflict when the Soviet Union placed rockets with nuclear warheads on Cuba. Luckily, the USA, Cuba and the Soviet Union could get along together. The Soviet Union took their rockets back and the USA guaranteed Cuba's safety. The Soviet Union leader Khrushchev proclaimed the end of the war at the 28th of October in 1962.